Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Signals from the Inside, where we decode the symptoms no one else can explain so you can finally understand what your body is trying to tell you. I am your host, Maisie Lovett, and today we're going to be talking about hormones are just a symptom, not the root cause. I have a lot of ladies that have come to me and they've been told by so many doctors, practitioners, hormones are the problem. And that might be somewhat true. There might be a hormone issue. Maybe they've gotten labs done. They've got all of their testing done, and sure, hormones look like, hey, they're off. But that's not going to necessarily be the root cause of what's really going on. So sometimes it'll be hormones. Sometimes they'll be told, oh, it's a part of aging and going through perimenopause and menopause. And sometimes they're even told, well, here you go, just manage it, it'll be fine. And a lot of times they leave doctors' offices feeling stuck, they feel confused, they feel frustrated, they feel dismissed, and often rejected. So I want you guys to understand, if you're listening to this, put your listening ears on, because your hormones are not the root problem. They're the messenger. I don't care if you're coming to me, hey, Mace, but my labs are showing they're off. It's not the root problem. This is the message. Your hormones are only responding to what's happening in your body. Only what's happening in your body. They don't randomly become unimbalanced. They don't randomly become imbalanced. They shift based on your stress. They shift based on your nervous system state. They shift based on the nutrient levels you give it, the inflammation, the internal environment. How do you feel on the inside? They shift based on every thought you think. So when you're experiencing irregular cycles, so sometimes I'll have ladies who come to me who literally start every 2 to 3 weeks. That's frustrating. I'll have some who feel erratic. They've got these crazy mood swings. They shift in a matter of seconds. Just a tap on the skin irritates the snot out of them. They feel on edge. I've got some ladies who come to me that feel super fatigued. They're not sleeping at night. Their head hits the pillow. Their mind starts racing. It feels like they're running marathons all night. And then they're super fatigued the next day. I've even got ladies who are struggling with weight gain. Here it is. We're doing all the things. It's not for the sake that you're not disciplined. It's not for the sake that you're not efforting, but your body isn't responding. And then brain fog, not just go into a room, forget what I was there for, or, oh, I'll start doing something else. We're talking, forgot that the burner was on, forgot that we left the flat iron on, forgot the words that we were going to say in a conversation. Like, we can see the word, it can't make it to the mouth and out the mouth. Again, hormones are just a response to something deeper going on. And it is one of the biggest drivers that I see. Underneath those hormones, it's an unresolved stress pattern in the body. Sometimes it could happen from years ago where you lived in these unpredictable environments where, maybe it's even, I've always had PCOS and endometriosis symptoms. These things exacerbate over time. So it makes the next transition worse, especially if you've lived in toxic and abusive relationships, or you lived in them when you were younger and there was a lot of yelling and a lot of screaming, and maybe you didn't feel important. You didn't feel considered. Maybe you just didn't feel loved the way that you wanted to. Your nervous system is directly impacting how your hormones signal and operate. You can take all the supplements. You can do all the hormone replacement therapy. You can balance your macros. You can follow the perfect routine. If your body is still in a state of stress, your hormones will keep reflecting that. So it doesn't matter what you do, there's going to still be a problem. And again, hormones aren't the problem. There's a deeper root. And once we get down to what that deeper root is, when you stop chasing the symptoms, you start addressing what's actually driving them, that's where we get to see the full picture. That's where, when clients come to me, that's what I'm doing. I am looking at the full picture. It's kind of like whenever you get the puzzle pieces all put together and there's a few pieces missing, you got a good idea of what that puzzle is going to look like because the box said so, but you don't see it still until all those pieces are there. That's what I do with my clients. We're looking at all the pieces, not just the hormones, what's driving them. What's influencing them underneath? The stress patterns, the nervous system response, the body functions. When that shifts, your hormones are going to follow, which means the weight, the health, all the things that you desire in your body are going to follow. They're going to work. So, if you're ready to stop circling the problem and actually solve it, then I invite you to DM me MAP and let's look at what's really going on and get the right next step for you. We'll map it out so you know exactly what you need to be doing, what nutrition you need to be adding, what support your body fully needs to be able to reverse those symptoms you're feeling. Again, hormones aren't the problem. They're just the messenger. So if you like this kind of content, go ahead, give me a like and follow, subscribe, check out some of my others. And if you're ready to stop circling the problem and solve it, DM me MAP and I'll see you in my inbox.